Today is the day I get my wings. That's right, we're heading into the end for today's episode. It's about time I get myself some elytra and I'll be setting up a much better XP farm for all my future enchantment needs. If I can get myself some illager spawners in the future, I could set up a really good enchanting area in the end. As you can see though, my armor is a little underwhelming, as a lot of it is secondhand skeleton armor. We're going to have to change that if I want to take on a dragon. Right now I barely have enough diamonds for 2 pieces of armor, so some mining is definitely required. So let's head underground and see what we can find. As I want to enchant the armor, I'll also need to get some lapis. Thankfully we have a geode close by, so let's go there first. I've brought along my fortune pick, so hopefully we'll get all the lapis we need. For those unaware, this mod pack allows you to re-roll the enchanting table offers for a small price of lapis and experience, meaning getting the enchantments I want will be a lot easier. I did a little bit of exploration before going down to mine for diamonds, and it was off to a good start, with me getting surprised by a creeper and then cornered by 2 skeletons immediately after. Though my luck quickly turned around as I soon found a skeleton spawner in the area. The barrels didn't have much in them, but the chest had some good stuff with +1 looting and loyalty books, as well as a vein mining book and an enchanted apple. The horse armor is pretty cool too. I ended up finding another zombie spawner not long after. This one didn't have anything crazy, but I did pick up a +1 unbreaking book, which is awesome. And then I found a very dangerous enemy. Now when I say that, you might think of the warden or that giant centipede from before. Turns out it's just a skeleton with a slowness enchantment that makes it almost impossible to run away. Unfortunately, I did not realize this until it was too late. Getting my stuff back wasn't that hard, but even after exploring for a while, I was still short on diamonds. I went back down to strip mine to get the rest. Thankfully, I only needed around 7 at most. I then spent about half an hour at the experience farm to get some levels before starting my enchanting, burning through the lapis trying to get protection 4 on all my armor. I then traded for some emeralds at the nearby village and went back to the blaze spawner I had found in the previous episode. After trying for a while, I finally had enough of each to craft a few Eye of Enders. Okay. I've got 17 Eye of Ender, and I think it's time I try and find myself a stronghold. Ow. I don't really have armor, but it shouldn't be a problem. I say shouldn't. I don't know what this has to offer. Okay, and that way. Now that I knew where to go, I started my journey, helping a bird on the way and finding something similar to a jungle temple. Further on I found something that looks like a haunted house sitting by a frozen lake. I didn't stop by to see what was inside though, as I still had a stronghold to find. After the world itself started giving me problems, and a few throws later, I've finally found where I need to start digging. Oh! Ow! Well, that works out. I literally dropped in through the ceiling. Oh, no, ah! I wonder if the strongholds are larger in this. The dead end. I like these buildings though. Looks nice. Whoa. Yeah, they do have some wither stuff. This looks so cool. Ooh. Got ourselves a library. Lure, knockback, sharpness, punch. Will we be able to find something cool in here? Now to make choices. Looting, fire aspect, unbreaking, luck of the sea. Empty map is nice. So this side is done. I think that was a dead end. That I believe is a dead end. So blocked off. That's a storage room. Ooh. Ooh. There's a lot happening here, and I have a backpack that is full, damn it. I forgot about that. I've been playing on a friend's server. And obviously there is no backpack on there. Okay, so this entire spot, I do actually need something to mark with, so I'll leave the bones. That's the staircase. That's done, that's done. This looks like there's nothing here. Awesome. So upstairs has nothing. That's a creeper! So let's place that over there, so I don't walk through yet. And check out, that's a dead end. That was a short trip. This feels like a portal room. That feels like a Okay. I want to go. I'm starting to think that the end is a little more dangerous than I think it might be. After hearing whatever that was, I decided to head home and drop off all of the loot I had found before coming back. I spent some more time running around before eventually finding the portal room. Thankfully, I had not run into that unknown monster, and I decided it would be better to take a screenshot and dig my way in from the entrance with coordinates. It is time. We gotta put these eye vendors in there, and we can get going. And we have ourselves an end portal. Very glowy with shaders. It looks really cool. We've got an invisibility potion. I have... No! Don't force me into the portal! Whoa, this is weird. Please load. Please don't have me fall. Okay. There he goes. And with that, the dragon has been defeated. I do wish I had the replay mod though, it would make using this music so much better. I likely won't use something that intense again for a while. And now that we're up over 60 levels, there's only one logical thing to do, right? This probably isn't it, but I've made myself the best fishing rod ever. Anyways, it's time to get back into the end and start exploring. I need to get myself some elytra. I saw some cool floating fish when I came back through, and I made my way over to the island portal. This is where I forgot something kind of important. Thankfully, I was able to retrieve my lost items, but that was a good reminder not to be too careless on these floating islands. Between this Modpack and the shaders I'm using, the end looks absolutely stunning in some areas. It's also much easier to get shulker box materials as they seem to spawn naturally in some of the biomes, and I've even come across towers with spawners in them. Though I did end up breaking the spawners in this specific tower because it was getting way too intense and I really needed to get back to the ground. These different islands look awesome and have some interesting inhabitants as well. After around 2 hours, I eventually found myself in End City with a boat. It was surprisingly easy to tower up into. This blimp design feels a lot safer than the vanilla ones, and I finally got some elytra, so it's time to head home. I don't want to use this before I get the enchantments on it though, so we're going to take that new fishing rod for a spin and see if we can get a mending book. Before that though, let's have a look at what I managed to bring back from the end. Some of the smaller structures I came across actually had some decent stuff in them. And that shulker tower I got stuck in had quite a lot of diamond stuff. Back to trying to fish out a mending book, I tried to turn the little fishing area I was using previously into something a little bit safer as I didn't want to stop to sleep every time. So I just turned it into a tiny little box facing the ocean. This is where a very long fishing journey started. I sat here for a few hours fishing. It took ages before I finally got a mending book, but I was okay with it because I was pulling up quite a few other enchanted books. I got a ton of name tags and other such treasure loot, so I would say it's worth it. Definitely not the best investment of my time though, but now that I've got mending, it's finally time to head over and enchant my elytra. I am super happy to finally have elytra, and it looks great with the cape. This is going to make building way easier in the future, and we'll be able to explore a lot more of the world. Things like that pirate ship on the last episode can be easily reached, and I think we'll probably visit it properly in the next episode. For now though, I want to get a better XP farm up and running. I'm not going to be building it on camera because it's a pretty boring process, but this right here is the video tutorial I followed to make it. It's not the best possible farm, but it is definitely a great one to have in your world. And you won't have to be here long before you have fully enchanted gear. That's going to be it for today's episode. I ended up recording it quite differently, which resulted in most of it being a voiceover in the end. Going into next episode, I want to get some farms set up, like a gunpowder farm and hopefully an emerald farm. We'll check that pirate ship out and see what it offers. And once those are out the way, we can finally get cracking on some proper building. That'll probably be coming in episode 10 though. I'd like to try convert the village into something that looks a lot better. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I do think it was a bit of a strange one. Definitely not going to make the same mistakes next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.